So now Tank's team is saying that Devin will pull out of the Garcia fight. This is getting strange by the moment.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. Woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. Nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. You know, if it's not clear at this point that Tank's team will stop at nothing to degrade, disrespect, and just out and out lie on Devin Haney, if it's not clear by now, then I don't know what else to tell you. With each passing moment, everything that is said about Devin Haney has been dismantled. Everything. The latest, I guess, allegation speculation from Team Tank is Devin will pull out of the Garcia fight. I'm trying to figure out why would Tank's team say this. It's strange. I mean, they have legitimately taken trolling to another level. I mean, they really have taken trolling to another level. Are these two brothers serious, man? Coach Candy, Coach Kyle, are y'all guys serious? I just need to know this. I mean, are you guys just throwing enough ish at the wall hoping something will stick? Because everything that y'all have said has failed. I knew there was something wrong when Coach Cal was on my brother Marco, and salute to Marco Boxing. Go subscribe to Marco Boxing on YouTube. Follow him on Instagram also. He had an interview with Coach Cal. And when the subject of Shakur Stevenson came up, he, and I'm not going to quote him word for word, he basically said they don't want to fight Shakur. And when he was asked why, first of all, they said, don't nobody want to see that. And here's a quote, though. He said, if Shakur's not, why do we want to fight Shakur if he's not going to allow us, if he's not going to allow us to do what we do? And this is after Marco said, yo, look, he showed you that, you know, if he don't want to be touched, he can get away. So I said, why would Coach Cal say, why would we fight him if he's not going to allow us to do what we do? And I said, wait, and I cringed. And I said, wait a minute, man. Does he know that this is going straight up? There's no do-overs. This is like live. Why would he say that? They accused Shakur of being boring. And then he mentioned that he was concerned about poor judging. He said, Tank has to knock out every opponent. That mark is on him. And he's talking about when he fought Ryan Garcia, the round where Garcia got knocked down, you know, the scorecard still read, I think, 10-9 or 10-10. They didn't even score the knock. One of those judges didn't even score the knockdown. I don't remember, but they got that wrong. But I did say going into that fight, if Ryan gets to 12, they might try and rob Tank. But that was a different type of situation. That wasn't Shakur. But the brother he openly admitted that they don't want no parts of Shakur. First of all, as a coach, you just admitted to the world that you can't coach your product. You can't train your product, your fighter, to outwit and beat Shakur style. And furthermore, you have no faith in your product because even if you have an idea on how to beat Shakur, you don't think that your guy in Tank has the tools necessary to be triumphant over Shakur. You've basically said that. If y'all don't believe me, go to Marco Boxing and find when he talked to Coach Cal. The last time he talked to Coach Cal, it was cringeworthy. I said, does he even realize this is live? Why is he saying this out loud? And I brought that up because this is consistent to what's coming out of Tank's team. We can go back further. Tank was supposed to take care of Vasily Lomachenko like 4 or 5 years ago, man. He didn't do it. And Lomachenko's still floating around here. They say Tank is the face of boxing. I beg to differ. How could the face of boxing allow Teofimo Lopez to become unified? Allow George Kambosos to become unified? Allow Devin Haney to become WBC champion and then become undisputed, defended twice? There were a bunch of belts floating around at 135 and Tank didn't do anything to stop any of this. He gave you let me put up what he gave you. This is what Tank gave you, y'all. This is what he gave you. But what he didn't give you was that brother right there on the bottom right-hand side, Devin Haney. And what did the Tank fans say? Oh, man, Devin don't move the needle. He don't sell. Look at the screen, y'all. How many pay-per-views did Rolly participate in? What was his sales? What about Hector Garcia? What about Ryan Garcia? What about Isaac Cruz? What about Mario Barrios? And even if the truth was, even if y'all were trying to tell, even if the truth was Ryan only sold 30,000, 50,000, 60,000 pay-per-views, it's more than any of the rest of these brothers here on the screen. So that argument fell. That argument fell short. The seat sales argument. We're not trying to, belts don't pay the bills. How dare you say that? All of those men that I just showed, they moved the needle more than Devin Haney? What are you trying to say? Devin Haney ain't worth it? You said you didn't want the WBA strap. They gave it to you anyway. Does that make you an email champion? Remember that? Move Devin aside for a minute. Why didn't you fight Teofimo Lopez when he was at 135? Why didn't you fight Vasily Lomachenko, who's still there? How are you ducking Shakur, who's there right now? What is going on here? So you fought Ryan Garcia. You stopped him. No one picked Ryan Garcia to beat you, by the way. You played games with Wait versus Rolly. You played games with Wait versus Ryan. Coach Cal is on another show. When they mentioned Devin, Coach Cal says, well, at what weight, though? Well, obviously, guess what? It doesn't matter. Because Conor Ben puts out a hit list. Devin Haney was on it, right? Devin Haney and some other people were on it. Tank wasn't on it. He starts beefing with Conor. They told him I'll send the contract. But pause. Conor Ben gets on the scale that said 171. And that fight was a conversation. There goes the Devin was too big conversation. Remember that? It was just like a month ago. You guys are not on the same page. I haven't seen anything this bad since Floyd versus Manny. I thought it would never get, man, every time Manny or Barber would say something, Manny would say something else, and then the fans would say something else. It was all lies. Floyd literally had to run up on Manny Pacquiao at a Milwaukee Bucks Miami Heat game in Miami. And that's how the fight got rolling. He literally had to run up on him because he was in Miami promoting his book or something. Manny Pacquiao was. I didn't think it would get that bad. And then the Eddie Hearn and Deontay and AJ thing. And now we're here with this. And now they're saying, oh, Devin's going to pull out the fight. Let me ask these brothers a question. Let me ask the Tank of Maniacs a question. How many fights did Devin pull out of? How many times did he miss weight? There's fighters that were around Devin that has missed weights. They let belts go. Devin hasn't missed weight ever. How many fights did Devin pull out of? How many fights did Ryan Garcia pull out of? How many times did Ryan Garcia tell us something was going to happen and it didn't happen? Ryan pulled out of this situation the first time, goofing around with Floyd. Then he admitted, yeah, that's why I pulled out, goofing around with Floyd, but now I'm back. This is strange. And you know why these guys are upset? Because here's the deal. Devin is about to fight a 100% healthy Ryan Garcia. If Ryan don't pull out the fight. Ryan's going to make the 140. He's going to come in like at 150. He's going to fight. Devin is going to be fighting a healthy Ryan Garcia. Healthy. Tank drained him. True or not, Tank Davis plays games with weight. True or not? How many times did Devin do that, y'all? 0. How many times did Tank do it, y'all? Come on now. Come on now. Devin was too big. What was the Conor Ben situation about? The Sheik had the Turkey out of Sheik. Yeah, I got 20 million for you. Come to Dubai. Your man was like, no. Eddie Hearn was like, yo, man, let's talk. Your man was like, no. Turk was like, yo, you serious? He was like, yo, give me 2 Corvettes or whatever he asked for. 2 Lamborghinis, and I'll think about it. It don't matter what you drive, man. We don't know what you do with cars when you get them. You run them in a lamppost and injure pregnant women and walk off. Yeah, I'm firing shots now because this is aggravating. Yeah, I'm firing shots because his whole team is just out here lying and making stuff up. Every time I turn around, there's a Tank fan talking about, oh, you always cutting down the black man. What do you call this? With these 2 brothers right here, what do you call this? Are they not cutting Ryan down? I mean, Devin down? Are they not cutting Devin down? In what universe have you seen Devin pull out of a fight under suspected circumstances? You've seen Ryan do it a couple of times. You've seen Ryan lie about fights and pull out of fights and have mental problems and all this other stuff. Hitting the body he loses by way of body shot because Tank had a mole in his camp. It's a circus. Everything that Tank does, they try and put on Devin. And you Tank fans will swear to God that when we point out the things that are happening, that we're cutting down the black man. How about telling these 2 brothers to stop cutting down Devin? Who pulls out of fights, man? Devin or Ryan? And then ask these brothers why would they say that? And then ask them why they ain't putting Tank in the ring with Shakur. Then ask them why did they take care of the business with Vasily Lomachenko 4 years ago, and the man is still running around 135 right now. Then ask them who are they fighting next, and then tell them if you're not going to fight Devin at all, please stop saying the man's name. How about this? Stop undisputed. Stop Lomachenko from becoming undisputed at 135. Can you do that? Stop worrying about Devin, since you're not going to 140. Since you guys are running around lying and just talking about this dude. Just stop it, man. Focus on Vasily Lomachenko. I already told y'all what they finna do with that man. They finna roll out the red carpet and make it so he becomes undisputed at 135, and he's gonna ride off into the sunset. But Tank ain't got to take care of that business though either, right? Right? And oh yeah, All of you people that are going to run up in here in my comment section and say, oh, well, he's fighting Tank's leftovers. Guess what? He's fighting a better version of a leftover. That's number one. And number two, it's February. Don't play with me. Leftovers, let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what leftovers are. That's another stupid slogan that a loser made up with. That they made up. As a loser came up with. As a means to try and make a ridiculous point in defense of a fighter or to cut down the fighter that they don't like. Leftovers. It's still food, right? You don't finish your dinner, you go to work and come home. You got leftovers in the fridge, you're going to eat, right? How about this? There's something called the Black Murderers Row. I ain't got enough time in this video, but look it up. Go look at Champ Side's video. Look how many times those brothers fought each other. Over 60 times. Don't talk to me about leftovers, man. Tank Davis has made a choice. He's right up there with Canelo, making all this money, and I'm not getting anything I want out of him. And guess what? Tank fans, for me to want him to fight Devin is actually a compliment because I still think Tank is one of the best in the world. And I think that Devin is one of the best in the world. And it's an absolute crime that these young brothers in their prime are not even setting up to make history. We should be celebrating and high-fiving that we got two of the best in the world undefeated about to lock horns. This is something to be celebrated. I don't identify with any of you clowns that stand against this fight happening. I don't understand you guys. I don't. I'm not from this era. Sugar Ray Leonard was a diva, but he never did this much posturing. He can say he fought Hagler. He fought Hearns. He fought Roberto Duran. He can say that. What can Tank say? What did he give you? As opposed to what Devin is giving you. He has a win over Loma. He done chased Teofimo Lopez out of 135 and now they're at 140 and he's still running. He's open to the Tank fight. He offered Shakur to fight. These guys are saying no. What is your problem? What is your problem? I am not from this era. I don't identify with it. This is ridiculous. It's absurd. And you guys think it's okay. Meanwhile, we're not getting anything we want. But if Tank fans, if you're cool with this, just tell me how many fights that Tank has left in his career and tell me who you want to see him fight. What is feasible? Since 140 is too big. Remember, y'all said that. 140 is too big. Coach Kyle said that. 140 is too big in reference to Devin. But Conor Ben at 171 was just right. And he still turned that down. Stop trolling and tell me what you want to see Tank do next. Since it's not Devin. But these brothers out here lying on him, this is ridiculous, y'all. This is absurd. It's ridiculous. This has to stop. This is hatred at this point. What's been hatred? But for them to cut this down, guess what? If Ryan don't pull out, he's fighting a fully healthy, undrained Ryan. That's something that Tank never did. He got this brother in Ryan's camp, giving him body shots. Ryan, are you okay? Reporting back to him. They had to stare down talking about, I know you didn't eat breakfast this morning. What are you talking? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, you telling on yourself. This is what you guys do, man. And then when we call y'all haters, yeah, right. Stop cutting Tank down. Stop cutting. You're always cutting down the black man. Come on, bro. You tell me why they're saying that. Why would they assume that? Did they mean to say, yo, man, Ryan better make it to the date? You know how he do. And it's true. What they're saying about Devin, absolutely false. But y'all want to talk about hate though, right? Right. Yeah, y'all, Tank's team, including Tank and his fans, y'all need to figure life out. This is absurd at this point. It's just blatant. Go fix yourself. Bronx on deck.
Move!